The average person in 2026 is bleeding money through 100 small cuts they never notice because none of the individual charges feel big enough to fight. A $6 fee here, a $19 subscription there, an extended warranty nobody remembers agreeing to. None of it looks dangerous on its own. Added together, it's larger than most people's car payment, and almost nobody has ever actually added it together. Here's the part that should bother you. A huge percentage of what you're paying for right now made sense 5 or 10 years ago and quietly stopped making sense somewhere along the way, while the habit stayed exactly the same. Prices reshaped themselves around you while you weren't looking, and the businesses collecting that money are counting on you never doing the math. Today, I'm walking through 10 specific things people are still paying for in 2026 that have crossed the line from reasonable purchase into financial trap. Some of these will feel obvious the moment I say them. At least one of them is probably sitting in your own budget right now, quietly costing you more than you think, and by the end of this, you'll know exactly which ones to cut first. Number 1, meal kit subscriptions. The pitch sounded brilliant when these companies launched. Pre-portioned ingredients, no grocery store trip, dinner solved. The pricing tells a different story now. A typical meal kit box runs $60 to $90 a week for a family of 4, which works out to roughly $12 per serving before you've turned on the stove. The same ingredients bought individually at a grocery store cost about a third of that. You're not paying for food, you're paying for someone to pre-measure your food, and that convenience fee compounds into nearly $4,000 a year for meals that still require 30 minutes of your own cooking. Number 2, extended warranties. The salesperson at checkout offers 2 years of protection on your $200 blender for an extra $40, and it feels responsible to say yes. Consumer protection researchers have found that the actual failure rate on most small appliances and electronics within the warranty window is under 7%. The math only works in the company's favor. You are betting $40 real against a low probability event, and the retailer profits enormously because the margin on warranty sales runs near 50% compared to single digits on the product itself. Skip it and put that money into a fund that covers a rare failure directly. You'll come out ahead almost every time. Number 3, boutique fitness studios. A single class at a premium cycling or strength studio now runs $30 to $40. And a monthly unlimited membership can reach $300. Compare that to a standard gym membership at $40 a month offering the same core equipment. The boutique studio isn't selling better fitness results. It's selling atmosphere, music, and a sense of belonging. A person attending 4 boutique classes weekly spends close to $14,000 a year on movement that a regular gym membership would deliver for under $500. Number 4, daily ride-hailing as a substitute for cheaper transportation. Using an app for the occasional night out makes sense. Using it as your default commute does not. A 12-mile round-trip commute by rideshare 5 days a week runs roughly $70 daily once you include surge pricing during rush hour. That's over $18,000 a year, more than the cost of owning, insuring, and maintaining a modest used car with money left over for gas. Number 5, identity theft and credit monitoring subscriptions. These services charge $10 to $30 a month to alert you after your information has already been compromised. Federal consumer protection agencies let you freeze your credit with all 3 major bureaus for free, permanently, with the same protective effect. You're paying up to $360 a year for a notification system when a free, one-time action accomplishes the same protection. Number 6, timeshares and vacation clubs. The pitch promises a lifetime of guaranteed vacations for one upfront payment plus modest annual fees. What actually happens is those annual maintenance fees climb every single year, often doubling within a decade, while resale value collapses to nearly nothing the moment you sign. Timeshare resale marketplaces are flooded with owners trying to give their contracts away for a single dollar just to escape the ongoing fees. You didn't buy vacations? You bought a shrinking liability that costs money to escape. Number 7, designer status accessories. A well-known handbag brand sells a basic leather bag for $4,000 that costs an estimated $200 to manufacture. You are not paying for materials or craftsmanship at that markup. You're paying almost entirely for a logo and the psychological effect it has on people who see you carrying it. That's a legitimate thing to want. It is not a financial decision. And confusing the two is how people end up with luxury handbags and no retirement account. Number 8, dynamic pricing fees on concert and event tickets. A ticket with a face value of $80 regularly reaches $140 after service fees, facility fees, and processing fees stack on top of each other, sometimes adding 60 to 70% to the original price before you've even chosen a seat. These fees aren't covering costs. They're captured profit built into a system with no real competition. There's no way around attending the show you want to see. But understanding that half your ticket price is pure markup should change how often you say yes to it. Number 9, high-fee actively managed mutual funds. This one hides in plain sight inside retirement accounts. Many actively managed funds charge an expense ratio around 1% annually, compared to roughly 0.03% for a basic index fund tracking the same market. That difference sounds small until you run it forward. On a $200,000 retirement balance over 25 years, that extra 1% in fees can quietly consume more than $100,000 in lost growth. And the vast majority of actively managed funds fail to even outperform the index they're charging you extra to beat. Number 10, smart home cloud subscription fees. You buy a video doorbell or security camera for $200 and then discover the actual recording and playback features require an $8 to $15 monthly subscription to function at all. The hardware was never really the product. Over 5 years, those subscription fees alone can exceed the original price of the device 3 or 4 times over, for a feature that used to come standard on a simple motion-activated camera. Add these 10 habits together at a moderate level of use, and you're looking at well over $25,000 a year leaving your accounts for convenience, protection, and status that mostly aren't delivering what they promise. None of these purchases are individually evil. A meal kit here, a concert ticket there, none of it will ruin you on its own. The danger is that they're designed to feel small enough that you never total them up, while the companies collecting the money have absolutely done that math on their end, down to the decimal point. The businesses behind every item on this list are not guessing. They have modeled exactly how much friction, guilt, and inconvenience a person will tolerate before canceling, and they've priced their product just under that threshold. Here's the actual lesson underneath all 10 of these. The economy didn't get more expensive by accident. It got restructured deliberately around subscriptions, fees, and status purchases that convert your inattention directly into someone else's revenue. Being financially responsible in 2026 doesn't mean depriving yourself of everything enjoyable. It means asking one simple question before every recurring charge, every warranty offer, every logo you're paying extra for. Am I choosing this, or did I just never get around to canceling it? That single question, applied consistently, is worth more than any budgeting app or spreadsheet, because it attacks the actual mechanism these companies are relying on, which is your silence. So here's what you actually do this week. Pull up your bank statement and highlight every recurring charge you don't remember actively choosing in the last 6 months. Cancel the ones that fail the honest test. Redirect even half of what you free up into an investment account, and let compounding do what it did throughout this video. Quietly, patiently, in your favor instead of someone else's. You don't need a bigger income to fix most of this. You need 15 minutes and the willingness to actually look. Somewhere on your bank statement right now is a charge you stopped noticing months ago. That's not an accident. That's the business model. So here's your assignment. Pull up that statement, find one charge you don't remember actively choosing, and tell me what it was in the comments. I want to see how much this audience alone is quietly bleeding, and honestly, it's going to be a lot. To make that assignment actually doable, I made a free hidden leak audit worksheet, a printable table for every recurring charge, links in the description. Grab it before you open your banking app. If this changed how you look at your own subscriptions, hit like. It costs nothing, and it's the only reason this video reaches the next person who needs to hear it. And subscribe, because next time I'm covering the flip side, the 10 things actually worth every dollar in 2026. Go check that statement, then come tell me.